Last time on Factorio. I still have not made lighted poles. I've been talking about doing it all this time, but I keep getting distracted with other things going on. Purple and yellow science just looks so complicated. But right. So I will think about what I'm going to do with those later. I think I'll probably start off the next video having those done. So you know how I was saying that I wanted to make the lighted poles a lot, and I never got around to it? Well, I finally got around to it. So I am mass producing lighted poles of both the medium and the large electric poles. And I've already gone ahead and replaced everything in my factory with the lighted poles. Let's see, what else did I do in the meantime? I also automated my electric miners in preparation for expanding my mining operation. Really, I don't know when I need to expand it, but I know I do. I think I'm probably going to wait until I am ready to change these guys over to electric furnaces, because right now I'm still good on my ores. Still got about 1 million ore in each of these patches. So it's going to be a little bit before I decide to expand. But anyways, I also started producing steel chests, which is handy dandy. And I think that's all I did since last. Nope. No, it's not. Okay, so it's almost daytime. So I can come over here and start talking about this. Okay, so this is my new furnace design. In theory, this can take in 2 full blue belts worth of ore and output 2 full blue belts worth of plates. Each row contains 36 electric furnaces for a total of 144 furnaces in this. I'm going to wait off on actually producing these until later, until I'm actually in more dire need of plates. And once I start making those, I'm going to expand out on my ore production, or ore mining production thing. I'm probably going to hit this ore, or this iron ore deposit. There's also this one over here that's got double what that one has, but this one's closer-ish. Well, I guess it's not closer, it's just on the correct side. So I could just run a rail down and over. But that's not for now. I'm not at the point where I'm needing more ore or more plates. But yeah, I think that covers everything that I've done since last time. Now I'm going to start working on purple science production, which it should be easy enough. I think I'm already producing everything I need for it. Yeah, I've got everything that I need for that able to be produced at this point. So yeah, I'm going to go start working on that. Alright, and it is done. This wasn't too complicated. I mean, it was fairly complicated with the amount of red circuits that I needed, but I think I like this design for producing the red circuits a little bit better than my last one. Let me pull up my map so we can go check that out. Because the ratio of green circuits to red circuits is more like 6 to 1. So 6 of these guys, so 6 of the red circuit assemblers to 1 of the green circuit assemblers. And the ratio of copper cables to assembling machine or green circuit assemblers is 3 to 2. I think I'm overproducing copper cables, but you know what? It's fine. It's supplying all that I need, and that's what counts. But I'm also running into the problem of I'm not making enough red circuits. I thought I was, but they're all getting siphoned off over here into these productivity modules instead of going down into the furnaces. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. Oops, I'm still on map mode. I thought I was running around with my character. That's okay though. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to fix that. Oh, also I am producing a full red belt worth of rails. And I think that's going to be enough for all of my purple science assembly machines. I think I might be able to make more later if I need to. But for now, I'm probably producing 30 or 40% more than I need. And I'm happy with that. But I need to figure out a solution for my red circuit deficiency over here on these electric furnaces. And yeah, let me think about that and I'll be back. Okay, well, I couldn't think of a way to expand my red circuit production without tearing everything out. It yet was not willing to do that. So instead, what I did was I removed 2 of the productivity module assemblers. So I think everything's going a little bit better. My red circuits are backing up. I think that's more to do with the fact that my productivity modules are completely backed up, and less to do with the fact that I removed the assemblers. So I'm going to have to wait for my purple science to start draining a bit, and really starting to need the production on the productivity modules to accelerate again. But yeah, I'm just going to accept right now that it's fixed, everything's backed up, and I'm getting my excess furnaces getting dropped into here. Well, I mean they were. It's full now. But yeah, gonna start working on the yellow science now, which I think I'm gonna have to start making some large changes to my base because of the yellow science. Because it has processing units, flying robot frames, and low density structure. The low density structure is going to be easy enough to make, but the processing units need sulfuric acid, which I'm not producing at all, and the electric engine units needs lubricant, which I'm not producing at all. So I'm going to get those set up before I can even start thinking about what I'm going to do for the yellow science. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for that, and I will come back with my solution to said problem. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, and I think I've got everything figured out, and everything's backed up now because I am to the point where I'm starting to need yellow science for the stuff that I want to research. I mean, there are some stuff that I can research with just the purple science, but I'm needing the yellow science. So, okay, here we are. So what I did was I stripped out all of the oil refining that I had in line. And I shifted it all up to the top of my main bus. And I guess the entirety of my factory, really. I'll go take a look at it here in a second. But yeah, so now I'm piping down the petroleum gas on my main bus instead of the oil. I also... Hi. What's going on? Okay. I don't know why she squeaked at me. But anyways, I doubled my production of plastic, so I'm now getting a full red belt worth of plastic going onto my main bus. So if and when that production kicks up, it's going to be able to supply it. And as you can see, I'm actually low on iron. I'm not, or not iron, that is steel. I'm low on steel. So yes, a little tangent. I'm getting low on steel. I'm not worried about it for now because I do plan on ripping out all of my old furnace setup, my old furnace arrays, and replacing those with the new electric ones. But anyways, big tangent. So what I'm doing here is I am producing pretty much all of the sulfur that I'm going to need for the yellow science packs here, and I'm pumping it onto my main line, or pumping it onto my bus. I'm hoping that this is going to be enough. If it's not, I'm going to end up making some storage, probably up here where there's a hole. But anyways, time to show off my masterpiece. And here we are. So let's take it from my pump jacks and follow it all the way through to my processing plants. So everything is still the same as before. Pump jacks are here. Drop that. What? Why are you squeaking at me? Why are you squeaking at me? Do you want in my lap? Come on up. Come on. Come on up. Hey, there you are. Yeah. You go ahead and lay down. Yeah. Okay, so starts from the pump jacks, goes down, turns 90 degrees, comes over, and feeds into this line. And then this one feeds into all of my oil refineries. And where am I at? There we go. And I'm using the advanced oil processing recipe, which cracks the crude oil and some water into heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum gas. Which, by the way, I think I figured out why I always had trouble in the past. Because they changed the recipe of the basic oil refinery, or oil refining, into just petroleum gas, when before, this is the mess that you would have to deal with. I just came to that realization when I was making this, that yeah, the recipe of old did change. And I am glad about that. But anyway, so I got 3 lines down the middle, each collecting the different products of the advanced oil refinery recipe. Hi. Hi, baby. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you're such a sweet baby. Yeah. Go ahead and lay back down. I'm just talking. You don't have to worry about me. I'm just talking. Anyways, so the light oil is getting pumped into these chemical plants, which are cracking the light oil into petroleum gas. So the light oil cracking to petroleum gas uses a 30 water, quite a bit of oil, or the light oil, and produces petroleum gas that's getting pumped back out into the main bus. And then same with the lubricant. So the heavy oil is just getting broken straight into lubricant and put onto the main bus. And I'm hoping that the amounts that I have here is fine. I way over-engineered this because I never want to mess with it again. I say this, and I already know that I'm going to be messing with it again, but hopefully it's not because of lack of lubricant. Cat, don't mess with my microphone. Hey! My cat got jealous of the microphone. I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah. You're okay, baby. Yeah. Go ahead and lay back down. Yeah. Lay down, sweetie. Lay down. Yeah, lay down. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Anyways, so now that I've got my sulfuric acid and lubricant on my main bus, I can start working on... I guess I can start working on the yellow science. I am not looking forward to this. So, I'm just gonna do it, and we're gonna pretend like it wasn't a big deal. Sound like a plan? I'll meet you guys when I'm done. Okay, so you remember how I said that we were just gonna pretend like this is not a big deal? Or this wasn't a big deal? Oh, how I was wrong about that. Oh, how I was wrong about that. So here is the production line for the yellow science. Oh, am I not producing enough for it? Ugh. Whatever. I'm going to accept this how it is, and however much I produce of the yellow science, I produce that much of the yellow science. It'll eventually back up, it'll eventually be fine. But yeah, this is what I ended up with. And by the way, this was such a complicated process that I blueprinted every segment before I stitched it all together. Just because I needed to be safe with how I was doing it. Did you cut it out? Okay, but I'm not completely satisfied with it. It is going to need some adjustments. So, for example, I think once these electric engines back, or the circuits coming down onto the electric engines back up to the main line, that it's going to be better for the for these guys, the blue circuits, because yeah, they're low on the red circuits. What are the red circuits low on? Copper cables. Wait, what's going on? Where has all of my copper gone? Am I just using up all of my copper? Okay, well, it looks like I am underproducing on copper, so I might be expanding my furnaces sooner than I thought. Okay. Well, that is not for now. That's for later. I can't believe that. I'm only producing 1 red belt worth of copper? Oh! Oh, that's what's wrong. So, my original furnace setup was for a single yellow belt running through. I've replaced that yellow belt with a red belt. So I've got 2 yellow belts worth of copper plates being produced, being combined into 1 red belt. Once all this stuff spreads out, hits this first prioritizer, and it's only a single red belt worth of copper plates. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna end up needing the bigger furnace setup sooner than I thought. Oh man, this is gonna be a big pain in the butt. I'm not looking forward to stripping out all of this and making it into electric furnaces. But anyways, let's talk more about what's going on here. Ignoring the fact that I'm extremely deadly low on copper plates. So what's going on is I'm producing exactly enough of these low density structures that this amount of assembly machines need. And since they need so many of them, I'm splitting it off and using my mini loaders to pump it directly into the assembly machines. So if we look at the recipe, it needs 3 each. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I probably could have just used inserters, and now that I think about it, I probably should have just used inserters. Because, yeah, that's only 3 every 20 seconds. This was a dumb idea. I might change it later. Whatever. Anyways, they just need copper, steel, and plastic. Those really aren't that big of a deal. Then, what I've got here, going on here, is copper going into these copper wires. It's just a standard setup for electronic circuits. Then the green circuits are getting put down a line and getting split between the electric engines and robot frames, and the red circuits and blue circuits. And now that I've let this back up a bit, you can see that now the red circuits are getting produced at a better rate, and the blue circuits are getting produced at a better rate. Then we get down here into these. So I just have the iron gear wheel and pipes going down through here, and I figured that one of each would produce enough for this amount of engine units. And I was about right. And then, I've got the lubricant that I just talked about earlier. Or that I talked about earlier when I was reviewing my setup up here. And then, batteries, of course. Batteries were simple enough. I thought they were going to be a bigger deal than what they were. But it's literally just this. I run a copper and iron line into here, and then batteries onto a red belt. I'm producing way more than I will ever need. And I would like to keep it that way. But yeah, that was all there was to the yellow science. I probably will need more copper, but that's going to be solved once I start working on... that will be solved once I fix my furnace problem. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, and since I was producing these flying robot frames, these guys, I decided to go ahead and make modular armor with a personal roboport. I haven't really had the opportunity to use it yet because the batteries are completely dead on it, and it's going to take it a bit to get up enough power because of how few solar panels it has. But I also have belt immunity, so I can stand here and not get pushed by the belt. Let's see. I think this is a good stopping point for this video because, my God, this was a lot of work getting up to this. What I need to work on from here, I need to set up my electronic furnaces here and rip out all of my old furnaces. And with the increased production that I'm going to get from electronic furnaces, I'm going to need to set up trains to go collect more ore for them. And yeah, I think that's about it. So trains to collect ore, bring it back here to a new electronic furnace setup, and yeah, we'll have to see where we go from there. I might have to increase my power production, so I might have to set up another set of steam engines. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to be going from here. So more power, more furnaces, more mining, trains. Sounds like it's going to be exciting coming up. But anyways, that's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.